everybody. Jackie from Dyetology here. Happy holidays. I hope everybody has had a great holiday season. We're coming up on the tail end of the last holiday of the year, which is New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, which typically means New Year's resolutions. Gross. And I'll tell you why I do not like New Year's resolutions. I think they just add more stress and more guilt when in 3 weeks, 80% of us will have already broken our New Year's resolutions. So why do them in the first place, right? Well, some of you could be die-hard resolutioners, which good for you. Kudos to you. And I think for the rest of us, we have good intentions and want to do something, and then we don't. So what can we do if the rest of us fall in that boat of wanting to do something, but the resolutions make us feel bad, we feel guilty? Most of us, if we haven't lost those 10 pounds this year, ain't nobody losing 10 pounds in January because it's just not going to happen. So what do? I think there's a few different ways that we could approach it. We could set some intentions, like set the intention, and I'll use the health as the example. Set the intention that we want to live a healthier lifestyle. So what does that mean? Well, we can intend to walk 3 times a week on our lunch break for 15 minutes or maybe 15 minutes after work. That could mean packing our lunch 4 days a week when now we're buying lunch. So what does that mean? It just means it's front of mind. We're setting the intention that daily we are going to focus on our health. So I think that's one way we can go about it, is being mindful and setting intentions. The other thing that I just recently listened to and it really resonated with me was a podcast from Andy J. Miller, the Creative Pep podcast, which is really great. It's geared towards artists and creatives, but this, I think anyone could get a lot out of this episode. It talked about the one thing. What if you focused on the one thing that this year that would then avalanche into other areas of your life, kind of like a domino effect? You hit one domino and then it just hits the rest of them and it gets the chain going. What would that mean? And again, if we wanted to say health, for some of us, set the intention that we want to be healthier and live better. Well, what could that mean? Well, we could lose those, once we're healthier and feeling good, we could lose those 10 pounds or 15 or whatever it is. We could have more energy to focus on maybe a side project that we've been meaning to get to and we just haven't. And then as you can see, that just starts to hit the different areas of our lives that could end up being in a big result. And I think the other thing that goes to the one thing is focusing on literally one thing versus 10. You know, sometimes we'll set that resolution list where it's like lose money. I'm sorry, we don't want to lose money. We want to gain money. Lose weight, save money, get a new job. You know, we have all these aspirations that we want to do, and then not realizing that we need to back up. And for each thing that we've put down, we need to find out how we're going to support those things. So then it really kind of mushrooms and we get so many things and then we just quit. So focus on, that really resonated on me, is to focus on the one thing that's going to make the biggest impact in your life. For some of us, that could be health. Some of it could be saving money. Some of it could be moving into a house or a new house. So what is that one thing in 2018 that's going to make the biggest difference in your life? I also took a webinar from Michael Hyatt, which had some great information about, again, if you're going to do goal setting, it's great, but don't focus on too many at one time. So he advocates maybe looking at a few things in a quarter and then making sure that you've really, achieved those things before moving on to the next list. So you could kind of break down your year and say, okay, in the first 3 months of the year, I'm going to focus on getting my finances in order and walking more, whatever it could be. So that approach was also kind of a relief to be like, oh, okay, I don't have to focus on everything at once. So let's forget about New Year's resolutions. Let's forget about it. Let's not put that stress on ourselves, make ourselves feel bad. Let's look at it in a new way of maybe setting some intentions, maybe looking at it, the one thing. And then if we're going to set some goals for the year, let's break it down by quarter, or, in the first half of the year, what 1 or 2 things do we want to do? So let's forget about the guilt and the grossness of New Year's resolutions that aren't going to come to fruition anyway. Take the load off, take a deep breath, and let's start 2018 off with a bang and feeling good and excited about things that we maybe want to achieve or get done, but not in that typical New Year's resolution framework. So I would love to hear in the comments below what maybe you got from this, and maybe some things that you want to intend to do, or maybe what's your one thing that you want to achieve in 2018. So let's make 2018 a great year and take some stress out of it. So happy holidays, and I'll be talking to you soon in the new year. Bye.